Come along and see what we're learning and see how it changes your life. And I mean that. Your life will be changed when you learn the things that we know for the better. It's not okay to think that the earth is flat. Apparently this is something that we're debating. I have no idea why. I'm one of these people that doesn't like to identify as a specific gender even. I can deal with human. I'm one of these people that doesn't like to identify as a specific gender even. I can deal with human. And so you have this one tiny little chance to have the universe look through your eyes. And what are you going to do with that chance? And what I do, I connect to people too hard. I have sex with all the wrong people.
Ignorant slut.
It's not okay to say that the earth is flat. I keep getting this question. There's no such thing as life, really, that we're very complicated rocks. We're a chemical reaction that got complex enough to become conscious. There's no such thing as life, really, that we're very complicated rocks. We're a chemical reaction that got complex enough to become conscious. So I am saying, actually, that there are probably tiny little black holes forming all around us. But so the idea that we were all just hydrogen 13 billion years ago, we can take a picture of that. That's not a theory.
Right.
We can take a picture of that. That's not a theory. I often run into scientists that really resist science communicators like me. My main job now is communicating science, but I can't read a scientific paper to save my life. There's no such real thing as a scientific method. The last thing you will see is the very top of the mast of that boat. And that's because the boat is actually going over the horizon that's curved. It's not okay to say that the earth is flat. I keep getting this question. Today I'm going to be talking about how every single one of your atoms was forged inside a star that had to die, and that's literally true. Where you have light years contained inside of you, except for your hydrogen, which came from the Big Bang, which is, that doesn't suck, that doesn't suck. That's literally true. Where you have light years contained inside of you, except for your hydrogen, which came from the Big Bang. I have never felt comfortable, professionally or personally. Space is very hot. The gas right around the Earth is actually millions of degrees hot. That's actually true. This is a real picture from Hubble. You and I have the same chemistry as one of these dust clouds compressed together. That's what we are. We are from one of these collapsing clouds of dust. On any given date, at different cities and different places around the world, the sun is at different angles in the sky. That wouldn't happen if the Earth wasn't round. It's not okay to say that the Earth is flat. Let's have more people that are not just older white men in science. So that's one of my big passions, is getting people to shake loose science from our cultural definitions of it. My main job now is communicating science. You literally can touch the stars just by doing that, or by doing this.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Heaven is not a place. Heaven is not a place. This is something that we know.
Fucking witch.
To me, science is going to die.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly add the name Dr. Michelle Thaller to our Space Camp Hall of Fame.
I fall in love with everybody all the time. That's what being a scientist is to me. Thank you.
It looks like the type of disorder that's rarely ever seen anymore, except in primitive cultures.
So I don't really know what's going on right now with this Earth is flat thing. And it's not okay to think that the Earth is flat.
If you want to think the world is flat, go right ahead.
And it's not okay to think that the Earth is flat.
Go right ahead.
That's a hard thing for me to even start talking about because there are so many proofs that the Earth is round, it's difficult to know where to start.
Go right ahead.
Is to think about...
You can and should think...
Now, another way that you can tell that we're on a sphere is to think about...
You can and should think... whatever you want.
How there's something called the tropics on the Earth. And the tropics are places near the equator of the Earth where sometimes the sun is overhead in the sky. And this was actually something that the Greeks used not only to prove that the Earth was round about 2,000 years ago, but they actually measured the circumference of the Earth accurate to within just a couple percent. 2,000 years ago, we've known that the Earth was round. That the Earth was round about 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago, we've known that the Earth was round. That the Earth was round about 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago, we've known that the Earth was round. 2,000 years ago. And he rationed that change in angle from one city to another was probably indicative of us being on a curved surface.
You see this curvature of Earth's surface, and he said, wow, he's in space, look at that.
And you could make all kinds of measurements, even between those two cities, and see that the angles were different. The sun was at a different place in the sky. Using this, he actually measured the circumference of the Earth, and he got it right 2,000 years ago.
No, he's not.
That the Earth was round about
2,000 years ago.
That he got it right
2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago.
Go right ahead.
And Eratosthenes noticed that there was a town called Syene, and on a certain date, the sun would actually shine straight down to the bottom of a well.
2,000 years ago.
That meant the sun was directly overhead. You could look down a well and see the sun shining back at you. And on the very same date, farther away in the city of Alexandria, that didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
The sun was not directly overhead. It was a slight angle. That meant the sun was directly overhead. The sun was not directly overhead. It was a slight angle.
In fact, as I was talking to the folks from Sempra, they were explaining that this location is almost optimal for solar power generation. Not only because it's flat, transmission lines were already here, the sun is traveling, and there's no haze, and it's absolutely clear, and so this is an extraordinary opportunity for the community. If some of these folks were around when Columbus set sail,
that didn't happen.
You know, if these guys were around when Columbus set sail,
that didn't happen.
They must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society.
That didn't happen.
They'd be charter members of the Flat Earth Society.
That didn't happen.
And space is completely empty. It has no atmosphere, it has nothing. It is the absence of everything.
Everybody
Space is completely empty.
Everybody knows the Earth is a sphere, right?
Space is completely empty.
Everybody knows that. Seen the pictures, right?
Space,
or a geoid, very close to a sphere,
is completely empty. Completely empty. Completely empty. That is the emptiness. That is an emptiness that you can't wrap your mind around. It has no atmosphere, it has nothing. It is the absence of everything.
it's not okay. It can actually show you the shape of the Earth.
Go right ahead.
You know, with binoculars, you can see planets. You can see Saturn and Jupiter. You can see Mars with a telescope, the sun, the moon, everything else you see in the solar system is a sphere. So we're the one thing that is different. You know, and that actually made somebody who was more interested in actually hearing information. That actually got them to think. They were like, "You're right. You know, everything else we take a picture of is a sphere."
Years ago. 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin.